Browns' Shedeur Sanders drama explodes before Ravens clash. Trade rumors, scout team controversy, and Cleveland's QB crisis. Setting the stage, Week 2 and the Shedeur question. The Cleveland Browns should be fully focused on their Week 2 showdown with the Baltimore Ravens, a game rich with history as Baltimore celebrates its 30th anniversary since relocating from Cleveland. Instead, the conversation around the Browns has been hijacked by a rookie quarterback who won't even see the field on Sunday, Shedeur Sanders. The 23-year-old fifth-round pick, son of NFL Hall of Famer Deion Coach Prime Sanders, has been the subject of constant headlines since the day Cleveland drafted him. His jersey sales spiked immediately, his face appeared on ESPN and social media, and he became an instant story in a city desperate for a long-term answer under center. But as the Browns prepare to face a fierce Ravens defense, Sanders' role, or lack thereof, is under more scrutiny than ever. The scout team storm, Tony Rizzo lights the fuse. Everything escalated on Thursday, when Cleveland sports radio veteran Tony Rizzo dropped a bombshell on his show. Rizzo claimed that Sanders wasn't even running scout team reps, that he was literally watching everyone in practice, standing around while journeyman quarterback Bailey Zappe handled the duties. "I'm hearing Shedeur is not even running scout team," Rizzo said on air. "He's literally watching everyone. Why is Shedeur even here if that's what you think? Is it just because his jersey is selling? The Haslams don't need jersey money, do they?" The rant didn't stop there. Rizzo, who has generally supported Sanders since the draft, made a provocative suggestion. "If you're not going to give Shedeur a chance, let him go. Let him go. Are they just keeping him around for SportsCenter hits, Stephen A. Smith segments, and jersey sales? Or are they actually going to give this kid a chance to play?" The comments lit up social media, with fans on Reddit and X debating whether Cleveland was mishandling its young quarterback or simply taking the slow, developmental approach. The Browns respond, Bill Musgrave clarifies. Quarterback coach Bill Musgrave quickly attempted to douse the flames. Speaking to reporters, Musgrave dismissed the idea that Sanders was a bystander, explaining that the Browns rotate their quarterbacks through scout team duties. "I'd say it's a little bit different," Musgrave said. "Shedeur, Dillon Gabriel, and Bailey Zappe all rotate through scout team duties at different times. It's exciting because those guys take pride in getting the defense ready. They want to do a good job of replicating the opponent's offense, and at the same time, they try to relate any play they get to our game plan for that week so they can feel like they're getting double duty." Musgrave's clarification provided some relief, but it didn't stop the larger conversation about Sanders' role. Cleveland's quarterback room, crowded and confusing. To understand the tension, you have to look at the state of Cleveland's QB room. Veteran Joe Flacco is the starter and, barring injury, will remain QB1 for the foreseeable future. Rookie Dillon Gabriel, a second-round pick, is QB2 and serves as the primary backup. That leaves Sanders as QB3, the emergency quarterback on game day. Then there's Bailey Zappe, a journeyman who was signed to the practice squad after Cleveland traded Kenny Pickett days before the season opener. Zappe has game experience, having started the 2024 season finale for the Browns. His presence gives the team insurance, but it also crowds the reps for the rookies. And that's the heart of Rizzo's frustration. If the Browns are serious about developing Sanders, why would they allow Zappe to take meaningful practice snaps over a player they hope could be part of their future? Shedeur's numbers and the development debate. It's important to remember, Sanders isn't just a novelty draft pick. He was a two-time 4,000-yard passer at Colorado, breaking multiple school records under the tutelage of his father. He has NFL-level arm strength, high football IQ, and poise under pressure qualities that made him one of the most talked-about mid-round quarterbacks in years. But Cleveland has chosen patience over panic. The coaching staff seems intent on giving Sanders a true redshirt year, allowing him to learn the system, absorb the speed of the NFL, and prepare without the pressure of starting right away. On paper, that approach makes sense. But in the court of public opinion, the optics of a high-profile rookie QB not even running scout team can quickly turn ugly, as they just did. Rizzo's trade bomb, the let him go debate. The most explosive part of Rizzo's rant wasn't about scout team reps. It was about what comes next. He openly urged Cleveland to trade Sanders if they aren't going to give him a real chance. "If you're not going to give Shedeur a chance, let him go," Rizzo said emphatically. That single line triggered a storm of speculation. Could the Browns really trade Sanders just months after drafting him? Where would he go? Which teams would even be interested? As of now, there's no reporting to suggest that Cleveland is shopping Sanders. But the mere suggestion shows just how polarizing the situation has become. The Ravens game, a distraction at the worst time. All of this drama comes at a crucial moment for Cleveland. Week 2 is no ordinary game. It's a divisional matchup against the Baltimore Ravens, a team with a top 5 defense and Super Bowl aspirations. Baltimore will be honoring its 30th anniversary. The stadium will be electric, and the Browns will need to be sharp in every phase just to stay competitive. The last thing Kevin Stefanski needs is a quarterback controversy overshadowing his game plan. Yet that's exactly what's happening, with Sanders' name dominating talk radio and sports shows leading into Sunday. The Haslam factor and the business of football. Rizzo's comments about jersey sales struck a nerve because they highlight an uncomfortable truth. Football is a business. The Haslams may not need jersey money, but Sanders' presence undoubtedly helps Cleveland's visibility, marketability, and fan engagement. Even if Sanders never takes a snap this season, his impact off the field is undeniable. He's a talking point for national shows like ESPN's First Take, he drives merchandise revenue, and he brings a level of intrigue that few backup QBs ever generate. But that cuts both ways. If Sanders isn't developed properly, the same media that celebrated his arrival will turn on the organization, and fast. Shedeur's perspective: silent but watching. Through all of this, Sanders himself has been quiet. No cryptic social media posts, no public complaints, no hint of frustration. Those who know him say he's locked in on the process, content to learn, and waiting for his moment. But how long can that patience last? Quarterbacks are competitors. They want to play. If Sanders goes the entire season without meaningful snaps, it wouldn't be shocking to hear whispers about his future in Cleveland heading into 2026. What happens next? For now, the Browns have made it clear. Sanders isn't starting anytime soon, and they aren't panicking. But the noise isn't going away. If Flacco struggles or gets hurt, the pressure to give Sanders a shot will be deafening. And if the Browns continue to underutilize him while Bailey Zappe takes scout team reps, don't be surprised if the trade chatter gets louder. The bottom line: Cleveland's quarterback situation was always going to be messy this year, but no one expected Shedeur Sanders, the rookie who isn't even playing, to dominate the headlines in Week 2. Whether this ends with Sanders developing into the Browns' future QB1 or with him suiting up for another team down the line, one thing is certain: Shedeur Sanders is the biggest storyline in Cleveland right now. And as the Browns get ready for the Ravens, one question hangs over the franchise. Are they grooming the future face of the team, or simply holding on to a marketable rookie with no plan to play him?